All right, kiddos, here's a really easy way to make a color wheel that goes up to secondary colors. We're just going to practice mixing and doing our combinations of our primary colors to create secondary colors. So I found something that would give me a circle. It could be anything. I found a roll of tape. It could be a coffee mug. Something that's going to be a circle right around this shape. Small plate, whatever you guys might have at home. And let's see how well this works. All right, we got one circle. It's a little messy. And I want it to overlap with my first circle. So you want to create something like that. We'll do it again over here. We're going to do this 3 times. You want to make sure it fits on your page. And if it doesn't, so what? You guys can do a second piece of paper. The whole point of this today is just practice mixing our colors and identifying what 2 primary colors make our secondary color. Okay, so up here we're going to try to do green. Here we're going to try to do violet. And up here we're going to try to do orange. Okay, that being said, we have to figure out what to use. I'm going to start with green. Now with green, if you watched the lesson, hopefully you guys can recall, green, obviously you can just go ahead and use a green colored pencil. Fine, but I want you guys to practice identifying what color is going to create your best green. So green is created when you mix yellow and blue together. And so what I'm asking you guys to do is either use crayons or color pencils. And I want you guys to practice just identifying the colors that you need to create those secondary colors. So I'm going to put blue on one side here. All right, and then on the other side is going to be yellow. And try to stay within the lines. Not only are we trying to practice mixing our colors and identifying them correctly, but we also want to practice our craftsmanship, which just means trying to stay within the lines and color nicely. Okay, so yeah, I could just put green there, but let's see how this works. Let's see if we can mix our 2 color pencils and create a green. So right in the middle, I'm going to do really lightly my blue. Try not to get it mixed in with the other side. So nice light blue. And I'm going to take that yellow. Ooh, and it kind of creates a green if you layer the 2 together. Now, it's not as spectacular as when we use paints. But I figured, I don't know how many of us have paints at home, so let's do this. Let's use what we can. All right. Very cool. So the same thing applies over here at my violet. I want to make sure I know what colors create violet or purple. So it's still going to start with a blue. Only this time, we're going to be using a red on the other side. All right, so blue is going to be on one side, and instead of you using yellow like I did with my green, we're going to use a red. Okay, I'll leave that there. I'm going to need it later. I have a red color pencil. Let's fill this in. And remember, kiddos, when you guys go to color anything, you determine if you want it to be like super dark and super light simply by pressing down on your paper as you color. So I don't want to have to go sharpen my pencil so often. So I'm just kind of pressing down enough to get my color. You can see if I were to add a little bit more pressure, you can get more red to show up. Okay. Now the 2 together, let's see if we can create a violet. Same thing as before. I'm going to put a light layer of one color. So a light layer of blue. And then I'm going to try a light layer of red. not exactly a true violet, but pretty good. Now, of course, guys, if you want to, and it's driving you crazy because it doesn't look perfectly violet, you could totally go in there with a color pencil and color it violet if you wanted to. I just want you guys to practice layering the colors together. All right. Okay, so up here we're going to do orange. I don't need any blue anymore. I'm going to need my red and my yellow. So let's start out with some red. And so right now we're practicing, again, layering our colors, making sure we're using the correct colors to create our secondary color. It's all about practicing. All right, so let's see if we can get some sort of orange. We did pretty good with our green. Our violet looks okay. It doesn't look as violet as I hoped it would, but that's okay. Let's see if we can get some orange to show up in this case. So a little bit of red in the middle, and then I'm going to layer on my yellow. And hey, we actually have some orange here. Looking good. Not too shabby, huh? I love this. And you can always go back in with one color and kind of clean it up. All right, this looks great. So again, if you wanted to go and like make it actually look purple. This purple is driving me crazy because it doesn't look purple enough for me. I'm going to cheat a little. Okay, beautiful. And again, if you guys want to, you can go in and you can use your color pencils and layer in the secondary colors just to make sure you guys fully understand what it's supposed to be. All right, so this is great practice. Share with me on Seesaw. If you make a mistake, so what? Go get another circle and try it again. Right now, it's just practice and practice. Layer those colors, practice to see how this works and how you're able to create certain colors just by mixing those primary colors. All right, and I like to do a little cheat sheet like blue plus yellow equals green. It's almost like a math problem. Blue plus red equals violet. And over here it's red plus yellow equals orange. You don't have to put that, but I just like to show you guys how two things mixed together can create that secondary color. All right, again, if you make a mistake, that's okay. Share with me what you've done on Seesaw, and good luck.